Check, check, check. Sound check, sound check. Check 1, 2. Here we go. Yeah, I know, right? Because the games are getting more.
Failed to begin YouTube broadcast. Roger, I got 7 minutes. Can I start? Or you want to wait? My field's ready. What's time? You ready? Bryce, is your field ready? All right. Tom, are you ready? All right, my man. Thank you. Hey, listen. Tom, are you ready? Kale, are you ready? Tom? Yep. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3. I gotta get sat down. Hold on. 2. 1. Rock and roll. Make sure you're. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Team report to dugouts. We'd like to welcome you to the Florida College System.
Testing.
State tournament introduction of the NJCAA district tournament is hosted by the Treasury Coast Sports Commission, Indian River County, historic Dodger Town, and Indian River State College. Special thanks to the many volunteers who work hard to put on this first class event. Now let's meet the teams who will do battle in game number 17. First for visitors, the Raiders of Northwest Florida College. Non-starters. Number 2, Selena Nunez. Number 4, 5, Adrian Banana. Number 8, Luisa DC. Number 9, Samantha Cumler. Number 12, Brianna Ernst. Number 13, Sydney Harless. Number 21, Kenzie Huey. Number 22, Diane Sylvia. And now it's for the starters. Leading off is playing center field, sophomore 19, Kristen Lazari.
Good morning. Welcome to the NJCAA FCS State Tournament. Today's first game is the Northwest Florida Raiders against the Palm Beach State Panthers. Starting lineups for Northwest. On the first, Kristen Lazardi in center field, Tyler Bowers in left, Corey Robinson at short, Paige Johnson playing second, Taylor Luther is the DH, Mariana Perea at first base, Beatriz Cardoza at third, Savannah Garrison is on right, Danielle Gomez is catching, and today's pitcher is Dharma Roseborough. Starters for Palm Beach are Zaria Amenciana at second, Caitlin Spencer in center, Shani Emerenciana at short, Jessica Omega is the DH, Stacy Pericles is at third, Marta Pasqualini is at first, Jade Martinez is in right, Allie Gerard is catching, Megan Callahan is in the left field, and pitching is Val Muff. Should be starting shortly, but when we get the national anthem, we'll be ready to go.
Number 2, Jordan Tigoni. Number 7, Emily Quesada. Number 9, Cynthia Louise. Number 26, Kayla Furbish. Number 5, 28, Adamari Leibowitz. And now our starting lineup. Leading off, playing second
As they're playing with our national anthem. Get ready for the top of the first. Kristen Lizardi, the center fielder, will be leading off for the Raiders. Pitching for Palm Beach, Val North, and catching Ali Gerard.
Bounce off of each other. So ball, you're going to say ball, I'm going to say ball. Strike, you're going to say strike, and you're going to strike. Every first inning, before the first pitch of every inning, here comes another pitcher, and then another batter comes to play. In my eyes, first pitch not helping you here. You got to figure it out when you actually you ran it before. That's not the question. If you're like me, Jeff, shit, I think you get everything from last year.
Kind of setting today in that aspect. Good luck because we already got some pretty good guests coming up at the spots over here. But again,
Val North taking the warm-up pitches. Be underway shortly.
start off with 16 teams, now we're down to 12. And after this game, there should be 8 remaining left. Lead off for the visiting team, the Miami-Dade Sharks. We have number 8, Yori Hampton. She's a freshman, second baseman.
Who's pitching? Number 4 is pitching. Good. Number 19 is pitching.
That is right.
This is one of the losers brackets games.
Center fielder, number 19, Kristen Lizardi.
Northwest Florida lost a tough one last night to Seminole State. While Palm Beach had a real long game, 12 innings. Get their victory.
X, sorry, Emerald,
And we're getting ready to get underway right now.
Third and outfield at first.
First pitch is a cold strike on the outside corner to Kristen Lizardi. It's a swing and a foul ball down the third base side. Right into it. Beautiful day here for softball. Semi-warm, but it's slightly overcast and a slight breeze blowing. It's the pitch. And it's straight 3 call on the outside corner and down. Second batter for the Raiders is Tyler Bowers, the left fielder. First pitch. It's the ball low and away. That's the second pitch. Line drive, semi up the middle, shortstop grabs, and no throw to first. Bowers beats it after a base hit. So we have a run on first with 1 out for Tori Robinson, the shortstop. First pitch, just outside. Throw back behind the runner at first. She's safe. Ball 1.
Shortstop, Tori Robinson.
Inside strike call there. Strikeout.
Thank you very much.
Inside.
2 balls, no strikes here. 2 outs. Top of the first inning. And the pitch. Shot down the left field line. Foul ball. And it is Tori Robinson, the shortstop up. Right-handed hitter here.
Hard hitting to left field there for a base hit.
Valmuth in the circle. Pick off the first. We got a runner in cotton rundown. She is safe at second.
Good contact out of the pitch there. That brings
So that's Tyra Bowers standing on second base with 1 out.
Thank you again for joining us. My name is Corey McDonald. Sit alongside with me. I have my
2 balls, 1 strike now here on Tori Robinson. And she sends a fair ball down the left field line. That will score 1 for sure. Going on to second base is Robinson. No, she's not stopping there, and she's got herself a triple.
Here's the next pitch here. Strike call right there. As the count is now 0-1, 2 outs.
Johnson, Tripleton,
So Tyra Bowers scores first run of the game of a Tori Robinson triple. And that was just inches fair, folks, going right down the line the whole time. That'll bring up number 15, Paige Johnson, the second baseman. Northwest Florida got here from yesterday's loss to Seminole State in extra innings. And that pitch misses a little bit outside to Johnson. And now it moves to 2-0 on the count.
That leaves us again with 1 hit, no runs. Going to the bottom of the first.
And the pitch. That is called strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the first. Northwest Florida already on the board here early. And that ball's ripped to the second baseman. It will bring in the run from third. So Paige Johnson doing her job there. Ground ball to the right side. Scores a run. 2-0 Northwest Florida. And here comes the designated player, Taylor Luther. Strike 1 on the batter. Valmuth now trying to get out of this one, giving up just 2. That pitch misses inside to Luther. And the pitch, and that is sent into short center field. Second baseman was able to get over there and make the catch for out number 3. So 2-run score on 2 hits. Triple by Robinson brings in Bowers. And then Robinson brought in by the ground ball out to from Paige Johnson at second. And we will have the top of the order up in the bottom half of the first for Palm Beach when we come back. All right, and now the home team due up, trailing 2-0 early in this one.
Leading off for the Panthers, the sophomore second baseman, Ciara Emerasiana.
Here comes the second baseman, Zaria Emerenciana. She takes high outside, ball 1. In the circle is Dharma Rosborough for Northwest Florida. Tall righty, entered the game yesterday against Seminole State in extras, and that pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 pitch, and it's a bunt. Third baseman fields it. Does she have time? And she is safe. So Ziaria with a single leading off for Palm Beach. That'll bring up number 11, Kaylin Spencer, the center fielder. Another plus in the speed column for Palm Beach coming up from the left side. Ziaria can run. She is at first base. Nobody out. She showed bunt for a second, pulled it back. Ball 1. So Kaylin Spencer, the center fielder, up after a base hit by Emerencia. And there is called strike 1 on the bunt attempt. So 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. And if you're just joining us, 2-0 already. Northwest Florida getting 2 runs across on the top of the inning. There's another bunt attempt. That one goes foul. So Kaylin Spencer now has a 1 ball, 2 strike count on her. Infield in here for Northwest Florida, looking for small ball, which is what Palm Beach State loves to do. And that pitch is taken high and outside. Ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout by Kaylin Spencer. That is out number 1 in the inning. And here comes the second half of the Emerenciana Sisterhood. Shaney, the shortstop. And the pitch misses. Ball 1. And Van Muth delivers, and that pitch is called strike on the inside corner. Looked like she brought her hands down to possibly lay down a bunt. Decided against it. Emerenciana definitely has some wheels here, and she takes a low. Ball 2 is ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Emerenciana is at first. Emerenciana is at the dish. And the pitch. That one is chopped foul to the right side. We'll go even up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now Shaney back in the box, awaits the pitch, and it's a chopper to the shortstop. Shortstop not going to be able to handle it. Miscounted the hops there, and Shaney Emerenciana is going to reach on an error. And here comes Jessica Onega, the defensive player, or excuse me, the DP. Onega up with runners on first and second. Pickoff attempt to second base, and she is back in time. So both Emerencianas, one on second, one on first, one out here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 lead, Northwest Florida. And that is called on the swing right there. Onega looked like she checked it in time. Umpire says no. And a pitch. That's a chopper to third. She's going to step on third, go to 1 to try and complete the double play, and she does. Great stretch over there by the first baseman, Mariana Perea, for the inning double play. And we'll be back for the top of the second.
In the bottom of the first for Palm Beach, after that fine double play,
All right, folks. Not sure if you were able to get starting lineups before the game started. We'll go through the visiting Northwest Raiders first. Kristen Lazardi is in center field leading off. Tyra Bowers behind her in left field. Tori Robinson, shortstop, batting third. Paige Johnson batting fourth and second base. Taylor Luther is the DP. Behind her, Mariana Pereira, and she will lead off this inning. Beatriz Cardoza is at third base, and then batting eighth is Savannah Garrison in right field. And then batting ninth, Danielle Gomez is the catcher. For Palm Beach State, it is Ziari Emerenciana leading off, batting second. Kaylin Spencer in center field, or leading off, playing second. Kaylin Spencer is batting second in center field. Shani Emerenciana is at shortstop. Jessica Onega is the DP. Stacy Pericles is at third base. Marta Pasqualini is at first base. Jade Martinez in right field. Allie Gerard is the catcher. And batting ninth, Megan Callahan in left field. Valmuth now is the pitcher. Palm Beach enters with a regular season record of 31-22. Northwest 44-13. Northwest nationally ranked in the polls.
Sophomore first baseman, number 6, Mariana Pereira.
Number 14 in the country, to be exact. And first pitch of the inning is taken. Called strike one on number 6, Mariana Pereira. First baseman hitting from the left side. She is a hitter, not necessarily a slapper. She sends that one back to the backstop for strike number 1. Pereira does have the third most ABs on the team with 150. She takes ball outside. Pereira coming in hitting .353 on the year. Only 12 walks and 12 strikeouts, so she likes to swing the bat and put the ball in play. Even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one is sent into left field. Left fielder gets turned around, can't get to it. She is at the wall, and that will be a stand-up double for Pereira. So Pereira picking up another double. And here is Beatriz Cardoza. Cardoza comes in hitting .321. She does have 19 RBIs on the year. That ball goes foul down the left side. Talking about the pitcher, Valerie Muth. She is 12-11 in the regular season. Right-handed pitcher is the number 1 as that one is popped up, and it will be back out of play. So we have no balls and 2 strikes on Beatriz Cardoza. Pitcher looks in, gets her sign, delivers, misses high with the rise ball. Good 0-2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Muth sends one in on the hands of Cardoza, and that one is also fouled back out of play. .29 appearances for Valerie Muth in the regular season, led her team. And that one is deep, but it is foul. Would have definitely cleared the fence there had it had stayed fair, but once again, folks, we've got another windy day Wind blowing from right to left field on field number 7. Maybe not as gusty as it was yesterday, but definitely more consistent here. And the pitch. Change up, and that one's popped up in on the infield. Second baseman Emerencia is going to make the play. So 1 out in the inning. Here comes Savannah Garrison, number 18. She is the right fielder. Freshman standing in there. On the left side, she is a slapper. She slaps that one back out of play. Garrison hitting in the 8th spot today for the Raiders. Danielle Gomez, the catcher, batting 9th, and she is on deck. Lead off double by Cardoza. Has her remaining on second base as that one is fouled back over the backstop for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-0 lead here for Northwest Florida. In the top of the second inning, they scored 2 in the first. And that one's poked down the third baseline. It is going to go left of the fair foul line. And umpire calls time. He's waiting, telling the pitcher that she's got to show the ball before she toes the rubber. And she looks in and delivers. Poked again down the left side, and it is foul. And Garrison is just trying to get the bat on the ball, sending it possibly over the third baseman's head. A little dump, if you will, which slappers prefer to do, especially if the outfielders are not in very far and the infield is in, giving huge openings, short outfield. That pitch misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pereira still at second base after her inning leadoff double. And that one is going to be fair ball right down the left field line, and that is going to bring in 1 run. And it is a double for Garrison. Doing exactly what she wanted to do there, dumping it between the left fielder and the third baseman, landing right on the line. Excellent job of hitting right there by Garrison. Bringing in Pereira. Still only 1 out. Runners on second base. And here is Danielle Gomez. Gomez takes ball 1. Danielle Gomez, the catcher, hitting .264. Takes again ball 2. And this Northwest lineup riddled with solid hitters as Gomez sends one right back to the pitcher. Caught in the air. Out number 2. And that'll bring up the top of the lineup. Number 19, Kristen Lizardi. Lizardi, a standout center fielder here. Takes strike 1. Extreme speed here. She is hitting .407, 20 stolen bases. Second on the team for Northwest Florida. And she sends that one down to the left side. It'll be foul. So the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Lizardi with 2 outs. And Garrison on second. And a pitch. And that one again sent to the left side. Out of play. So Valerie Muth So defense wants to talk it over here as they call their own timeout with Lizardi up. Valerie Muth has been trying to throw outside. to Lizardi, and Lizardi is just welcoming it with open hands here. We'll check the count here as the umpire gets a refreshment of softballs. And a pitch. That one's chopped to the shortstop. She's got to be quick. Lizardi's got some wheels and a no pick over there at first base. It gets behind her. That'll bring in 1 run. Lizardi threatening to go to third. Goes back to second. So that'll be an error on the shortstop.
1-2 count, 2 outs.
And that brings in Garrison. So that is a 4-0 lead here with Lizardi on second base.
For the Raiders, brings up sophomore left fielder Tyra Bowers.
And here comes Tyra Bowers, sophomore, hitting from the left side. She is the left fielder, and she sends that one into center field. Center fielder coming on, making the play for out number 3. So damage done. Another 2 runs scored for Northwest Florida as they take a 4-0 lead, and we go to the bottom of the second.
Top of the second for Northwest Florida. They had 2 more runs. They had a pair of hits. They left 1 stranded. There was 1 Palm Beach error. After 1.5, Northwest Florida 4.
Brief meeting.
Palm Beach zip.
Talk over a few things.
And Dharma Rosebrew
2 outs.
back in the circle.
First and second.
She is the leading innings pitched pitcher for Northwest with 158.1 innings. She has given up 113 hits, but has accumulated 105 strikeouts. And just like everybody else on the pitching staff for Northwest Florida, her ERA is sub-2, a 1.95. That is an incredible ERA right there for a pitcher. She has 16 complete games. DC, the other pitcher, does have more wins than Roseborough, but she is not in the circle to start today off, as that pitch is ball 1 to number 21, Stacy Pericles. The third baseman steps in. Her first plate appearance today, and she takes called strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-0 lead, Northwest Florida, as we enter this bottom of the second inning. In the first game of the losers bracket, that ball is a shot to the right side. Will go foul. So Pericles back in the box now. Roseborough looks in, delivers. That one in on the hands. Chopper to third baseman. Third baseman fields it cleanly, gets a throw across the diamond, and out number 1 is in the books.
Sophomore first baseman, number 22, Marta Pasqualini.
Taking the ball, gives her a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, runners on first.
And now the pitch. And Roseborough is finding that inside portion of the plate for consistent strikes here early on in this game. And if you can find the inside portion of the plate and you're a pitcher, you can ride that all day long. And now she moves it a little bit with the curveball. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Pasqualini, the first baseman from Palm Beach. And that curve misses a little bit too much outside. Good 0-2 pitch.
Big swing and a miss, strikeout for Maitland.
Palm Beach did win their first game in the losers bracket, and there is strike number 3 swinging to Pasqualini.
As we get ready to go in the top.
That is the second strikeout of the game for Roseborough.
Jade Martinez.
And here is the right fielder, Jade Martinez. And a pitch. That is chopped to the shortstop. She comes in, fields it on a nice hop, and that is a quick, efficient inning for Roseboro. 1, 2, 3. Now we go to the top of the third inning. 4-0 lead Northwest over Palm Beach.
In the bottom of the second for Palm Beach, Norris no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base.
Thank you for tuning in.
To complete Northwest Florida 4, Palm Beach State Panthers 0.
Bringing you live coverage with John Norris from SCS AA State 2017 softball tournament. Again, we started off with 16 teams yesterday. We're down to 12 at the moment. Another beautiful day here at Dodgertown. Some big time games to be played. Teams hungry for victories. Another windy day that is as well.
So what has got us to this point so far in the tournament? Palm Beach beat by Daytona in the opening game 9-3. They then came back yesterday at 4 o'clock to beat Tallahassee 3-2. They now face off with Northwest here in the first game of the losers bracket. And how did Northwest get here? Well, they beat St. Pete 10-3, and then they met Seminole, which the game ended in extra innings, Seminole taking a 5-3 victory.
Take a ball for the first pitch there. Ball from Lucas.
And our winners bracket so far looks like this, and we've got a good one coming up on this field at noon, folks. Florida Southwestern and Central Florida will face off, 2 top 10 teams in the country. Then over on field 8 will be Indian River and Seminole State, and those are your 4 teams remaining in the winners bracket. So now we're at the top of the third inning, and that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Tori Robinson. And she sends a deep fly ball into left field, going back to the walls, the left fielder, and she's going to watch it go over the fence. First pitch, leadoff home run to get this top of the third inning off with a bang.
4 straight balls. Jenkins takes first base.
Wow. Tori Robinson, don't look now. She's got a triple. She's got a home run. 2 hardest parts of the cycle out of the way. And let's see what she's got. The rest of the way out, see if she can get that cycle.
Top of the order here now, Yuri Hampton, freshman at second base. Her first time up, she's grounded out.
And it looks like there might be a warning for players in fair territory here during the home run trot. It is just a warning, though. Not going to take anything else away. And how do you follow that home run up if you're Paige Johnson? Rounded out to the second baseman to back in the first inning. It was out number 2 in the inning. So Paige Johnson steps in, left-handed hitter, called strike 1, and umpire giving both teams the inside portion of the plate. Although Paige Johnson looks like she is up on the plate, and that is called strike 2. That one almost looked like it went under her hands, but still called a strike by the umpire. Valerie Muth not backing down from this Northwest team as that ball is ripped down the right field line. Foul ball. Paige Johnson with a no balls, 2-strike count on her. Johnson hit .381 in the regular season. Change up, grounded to the first baseman. Going to take it herself. No, she can't handle it. Drops it on her way to first. She will reach on an error. So Paige Johnson, a several hopper down to the first baseman who had it in her glove and dropped it on her way to first. Runner on, nobody out. And that ball is ripped foul out of play to the left side by number 10, Taylor Luther. And umpire calls time, wants to step out here as we've got an extra ball on the field. So runner on first, 5-0 lead for Northwest Florida here in the top half of the third inning. And that pitch is a foul ball, it looks like it's called. Those are the ones that are tough to see from our vantage point. If it's hit straight down, you really it just disappears. And that ball is popped up to the right side. It'll be fouled. No one can get to it. We'll talk a little bit more about the bracket in between innings here. We got a little time to update you on exactly what is going on. And that pitch misses outside, ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another pop up to the right side. First baseman gives chase. Cannot get to it up against the fence. So nobody out here. Tori Robinson led the inning off with a home run. And that pitch misses inside. Following Robinson's home run, Paige Johnson hit a hopper to the first baseman who could not handle it for Palm Beach. She stands on first. With nobody out, Taylor Luther at the plate. And that'll bring it to a full count there as Valerie Muth misses again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a pop up. Second baseman, Emerenciana, goes back for it, and she's got it in short center field for out number 1. And here is Mariana Pereira. She doubled off the wall and scored back in the second inning. She takes ball 1. Pereira, the first baseman for these Raiders. And that one is a called strike down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out with Paige Johnson at first base. Shows bunt, puts down a nice one. Pitcher bare hands, throws to first, and she is safe. Pereira beats it out for an infield bunt single. Nothing the pitcher could have done any different to get that out. She fielded it cleanly, barehanded, made the throw, and the speed of Pereira just beats it out. And here is Cardoza, Beatriz Cardoza. And she hits a fly ball to the right side. First baseman goes over and watches it go out of play. 1 out, runners at second and first.
They can't change positions in the lineup. They can only change positions on the field.
And a pitch. And that one's, they're going to say it's a foul ball off the knob of the bat. Umpire wants to talk it over with the Northwest Florida coach, as it almost looked like she went to check swing on that and it just hit off the bat knob. And evidently the Northwest Florida coach is satisfied with what the umpire behind the plate had to say. And we get back to the ball game with Cardoza up and an 0-2 count, and she sends a fly ball to right field. Right fielder cannot make the play. That one's going to drop in. Throw comes in, and it's stationed. The station for Northwest. They now have bases loaded.
Base hit loads of bases. For the Raiders, brings up freshman right fielder Savannah Garrison.
So here is freshman Savannah Garrison, the right fielder, coming up with bases loaded. That is Cardoza on first, Pereira on second, and Johnson on third. And now we've got timeout called. We might have a pinch runner here. We're going to look and see what the coach from Northwest Florida wants to do. No, it looks like we might have a pinch hitter. And Garrison was already in the box. Garrison was already in the box, ready to hit, and now she is being lifted for a pinch hitter. And we'll have to see exactly who it is. And it is number 21, Mackenzie Huey. And Huey comes in, fresh off the bench, taking called strike one. And if you're wondering about Huey, I will try to get you some information on her. She is a .361 hitter, has no home runs, and 11 RBIs, 10 strikeouts. So it looks like she can find a gap here. That would be why she is hitting. And that one's ripped down the right side, and it is foul ball just to the right side of the bag down there. Just missed a huge hit by inches. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter with 1 out. It is a 5-0 ball game. Northwest Florida in the lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. And the pitch. She holds on a rise ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield is in for Palm Beach. Will come home with it, and that one is sent to the outfield down the left field line. Foul ball. And the pitch comes in. Swung on, fielded by the shortstop. Shortstop goes home, 1 out, and throw the first. Not in time for the double play, but they do get the force at home. So fielder's choice for Huey. And so that is out number 2 in the inning with the fielder's choice. Huey on first, and let's see if they're going to lift Huey for the runner here. And that is Savannah Garrison re-entering for Huey. She will run. She is on first. And that puts Carrera on third. Cardoza on second. First pitch in there for called strike 1. So Gomez looking to cause some damage with 2 outs as that ball is up in the air. Catcher going back to the fence, and it is going to land out of play. Gomez in her first at bat lined out to the pitcher back in the 2nd inning. She comes up as the 7th hitter in this inning alone. Bases loaded. Umpire calls time. He's telling the pitcher to give him a minute back there. She looks in, gets her sign, and delivers, and that one is swung on, missed. Strikeout, a big strikeout by Valerie Muth right there. Leaving the bases loaded right there, keeping her team in it. It is 5-0 Northwest Florida. Could have been a lot worse, but a big strikeout by Valerie Muth keeps her team in this ball game. And we will be back for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It'll be Allie Gerard, Megan Callahan, and then back to the top.
Top of the 3rd for Northwest Florida. They had 1 run, they had 3 hits, they left 3 stranded. All beats committed 1 error. After 2.5 complete. Northwest Florida 5, all beats there, but it's a foul.
So losers bracket games that were completed yesterday. Tallahassee falls to Palm Beach, which is why Palm Beach is in this game right now. Hillsborough falls to Miami-Dade 8-0. Gulf Coast falls to Santa Fe 4-2, and then St. Pete falling to Eastern Florida So the next round of losers bracket games that are going on right now, besides ours, is Manatee and Miami-Dade. That'll be a good game. Chipola and Santa Fe, Daytona and Eastern Florida. Several good games on tap today, especially the two in the winners bracket. 4 top 15 teams in the country in the winners bracket. Those slated games beginning at noon today. So here we are, back to action. Palm Beach, the home team, against Northwest Florida. 5-0 in favor of Northwest Florida here in the bottom of the third inning. And a pitch called strike one on Ali Gerard. Gerard, the catcher for Palm Beach, sends a chopper to the second baseman, fields it cleanly. Hot throw over to first in time for out number one. One down. And that's Megan Callahan, the 9-hole hitter, her first at-bat of the game, coming here in the bottom of the third inning. Callahan, a .328 hitter. Solid 9-hole numbers right there. She's hitting from the right side and gets strike one called on her. Callahan does have 2 home runs, but 22 strikeouts means she likes to swing the bat as she takes ball number one. Count is even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is 1 out in the inning. Callahan looking to get something started, and that is taking ball 2. As Dharma Roseborough has just kind of cruised through these first 2 innings and already has 1 down in the bottom of the third. Pitch called a strike on the inside portion of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Panthers left fielder. Callahan back in the box. Pitcher looks in and delivers. That one in on the hands, fouled back. Will go 2-2 again. And if you are wondering, the run rule will be in effect only in the 8th inning, the 5th inning, and after that it is an 8-run rule. Pitch misses outside. We go full count. And in a tournament like this, you want to get to that 8 runs differential as fast as possible and stay there. So that is probably what Northwest Florida will do, as that ball is sent to center field. Center fielder coming on makes the catch in the air for out number 2. We all know that anything can happen in these games. Anybody can just unload in 1 inning. Last night's Seminole, with 2 outs, scored 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning against Northwest Florida to take the 5-3 victory. As that pitch misses to Zari Emerenciana.
Hey, Jeff, I think Bryce is way more excited than you are. You're going to have to step up your game a little bit.
And the pitcher looks in, and that is low inside. 2-0 count now. Emerenciana, in her first at bat, got reached on a bunt single. And the pitch. And it is 3-0 now to the leadoff batter of the Panthers. And Roseborough has not been accurate at all this at bat. Could be pitching around her. And there is called strike 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Lots of games going on. And a pitch, and that is taken again, strike 2. So Roseborough, after 3 balls in a row, comes back with back-to-back strike pitches. And a righty looks in, delivers the pitch, and that is taken, called strike 3. Looking, Emerenciana thought it was a little bit inside. Umpire's been calling the inside consistently today in this one. That is 1-2-3 inning for Roseboro, who continues to cruise through the Panthers lineup. We will be back for the top half of the fourth inning. 5-0 lead for the Raiders of Northwest Florida.
Swing right there. Missed it. Looked like she was trying to send that ball to the parking lot. And another big swing and a miss, strike three.
Quality's got
Nice strike out there.
Confirmed. Thank you.
Bailey definitely needed that one.
Number 10 goes to first base.
Big time pitch there.
Okay, and we have a little bit of a substitution here for Palm Beach State, and it will be number 9, Sid Alois, coming in for Marta Pasqualini.
See if she can knock in some runs.
She will go to third base. Looks like Pericles will drop to the OP. And then Jessica Onega moves from DP to first base. And now we have up. Let me get the right lineup card here. It will be Kristen Lazardi, who fouls the first pitch she sees back to the backstop. And then that one again fouled back out of play. So 0-2 count now as Lazardi swinging as she gets in there. She did suffer a strikeout looking back in the first inning. Reached on an error by the shortstop in the second. Her third appearance in 4 innings, and that ball is hit to the left side. Shortstop and Marenciana comes over, makes the play. So Lazardi, a tough day at the plate so far, 0 for 3. And that'll bring up Tyra Bowers, left-handed hitter. She reached back in the first inning on a single. Later scored, did steal a bag, so she does have some wheels. And she takes strike one. Valerie Muth back out there for another inning of work, and then a bunt attempt down the third baseline, and then it goes foul. 0-2, 1 out. 5-0 lead for Northwest Florida here in the top half of the fourth inning. Northwest is the visiting team. Palm Beach, the home team, and that pitch misses a little bit more outside than the umpire liked. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a pitch. That one is ripped down to the right side. Right fielder's got it. No way she's going to throw out Bowers from right field, so give Bowers a single down the right field line. So here comes Tori Robinson. Tori Robinson has a triple and a home run in her first 2 at-bats. She is well on her way to the cycle as she has already knocked off 2 of the hardest parts of that cycle. She needs a single and a double in this ball game. Question is, and there is a rip down the left field line, and it is foul. That would have been the double she is looking for, folks. So Tori Robinson, and she probably doesn't even have a clue as she's just out there playing the game. Here's the pitch, and she sends a fly ball into left field. Left fielder coming on, and she has got the fly out. So out number 2. Tyra Bowers still at first base after that single. 2 down here in the top half of the 4th inning. Paige Johnson, the second baseman, is 0 for 2. Did reach on an error in her last plate appearance. That first pitch misses, ball 1. Left-handed swinging batter, and that one is sent down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase, and I do believe that one will be out of play. Paige Johnson thrown out at home back in the 3rd inning on a nice play by Emerenciana at shortstop with bases loaded. So 2 down. Valerie Muth looking to get out of here as her first inning without allowing a run, and that is sent to right field. She's got it, and that's exactly what Muth does with her best inning so far, allowing only 1 hit, stranding 1 runner. It is a 5-0 ball game heading to the bottom of the 4th when we come back.
Top of the 4th for Northwest Florida. No runs on 1 hit. The left are stranded. And there are no Palm Beach errors.
Another beautiful day here.
3.5. Palm Beach 5. Sorry, Northwest Florida 5. Palm Beach 0.
Great day for some softball. 22 hits, 11 inside for a strike. Ground ball hit to first base. Second out.
They can't throw anything past the guys.
Michelle Canizales now steps up to the plate to face Lucas.
Roger, where's your binocular? Right here.
Still
Right here.
2 outs. No runners on.
All right, and the batter will be Kaylin Spencer, the center fielder. She's going to lead off top of the bottom of the 4th inning here. She was a strikeout victim back in the 1st. And the pitch ripped up the center field, and that will be a single. Almost took off Rosebrew's head right there. Spencer, wow. Line shot. Exit velocity had to be incredible on that one because that was as hard a hit ball as we have seen today. And that'll bring up Shani Emerenciana, the shortstop. And the pitch, she goes to lay down a bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. It is the second time in this game that the Panthers have had the leadoff hitter on first base, unable to score back in the top of the 1st, or bottom of the 1st, excuse me. And Roseboro toes the rubber, deals, and it's a hard hit ball to the 3rd baseman. Goes to turn 2, gets the first one at second, will not get the second half of the double play at first. So fielder's choice. 5-4 put out there, and that's got Emerenciana on first. Emerenciana is a stolen base threat here with 22 stolen bases. Pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Jessica Onega, now the first baseman, hit into a 5-3 double play in her last at bat to end the inning in the 1st. 2 balls, no strikes now to the right-handed hitter. And the pitch. That one is in the dirt. And Roseboro, for the second time today, goes 3-0 on a batter. Pitcher looks in and delivers a strike 1. Onega hitting just under 400 at 394. Has 43 RBIs. That leads the team. And there's a shot to the shortstop, who takes it herself. Was unable to go for the double play as the second baseman bumped into her there. So another fielder's choice. So here comes Stacy Pericle. She is now the OP. She is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the third baseman. So a little bit of a miscommunication there by the shortstop and second baseman trying to go for the double play there. Called strike one. Normally the shortstop will say, I got it, or I'm taking it myself. Second baseman was on the bag or waiting to throw, and they just ran into each other, enabling the shortstop to make the throw to first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Roseboro looks in, delivers, and that one is a chopper to the 5-6 hole. Shortstop comes up with it. Jeter-like throw and does not get her. So infield single here. Excellent play by the shortstop, Tori Robinson, who just came up throwing on a ball that most shortstops don't even get to in the hole. And that'll bring up Sid Eloise. It is her first plate appearance this game. She came in for Marta Pasqualini and is playing third base. So Eloise getting a taste of the state tournament here as that pitch misses. Oh, no, call the strike. Late call there by the umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Again, Palm Beach threatening with 2 down. And Eloise sends a little flare into right field. Right fielder can't come up with it in the air. Throw in, and they're going to just stay at third. Bases loaded for Jade Martinez. Gives Sid Eloise a single.
Bases get loaded up on a base hit by Eloise. Brings up freshman right fielder Jade Martinez.
Here's Jade Martinez. Grounded out on a 5-hopper to the shortstop last time. Roseboro finding herself in her first jam of the game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 5-0. And let's just say it, folks. The grand slam makes it a 1-run game. So Jade Martinez. And that one scoots through the legs of the catcher, but not scooting away far enough. Jessica Onega staying put at third base. Jade Martinez, if you're wondering, does have 0 home runs on the year. She's 264 hitter, 7 RBIs. And a pitch taken high, ball 2. So Martinez in front with a hitter's count, bases loaded. 2 balls, no strikes. And if you're wondering, hitting with bases loaded is actually the easiest thing to do. As that one's hit off the pitcher's glove, it's going to be a tough play to get anybody out, and they're all safe. Line drive off the pitcher's glove over to the third baseman into basically no man's land in the infield, and that'll score the first run. And everybody moves up 1 base on the single by Martinez. So here is Allie Gerard, the catcher. Gerard has 1 home run. We'll see if she can get number 2 and tie this game up. That pitch is taken inside and low. Ball 1. No action right now in the bullpen for Northwest Florida. They are holding on to a 5-1 lead. Pickoff attempt at third base. And back in there is Stacy Pericles. Pericles at third, Eloise at second, and Martinez with the RBI single at first. And a pitch coming in, and that one misses low in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. And as I was saying before, bases loaded. Easiest time to hit. The pitcher has got to come to you. If they walk you, it's an automatic run. They have got to throw strikes here. And Gerard is in front in the count, and she sends a hard shot down the right side, foul ball. 5-1 ball game. This is an elimination game. Palm Beach trying desperately. This is their best chance they've had in the first 4 innings. They broke through with an RBI single from Jade Martinez, looking for more. That is called strike 3 right there on Gerard. Tough to take a look at that one with bases loaded to end the inning. A big pitch there by Dharma Roseborough. So Palm Beach gets on the scoreboard. It is a 5-1 game heading into the top of the 5th. It'll be Luther Pereira Cardoza coming up for the Raiders when we come back.
What's the score over there, Gail?
1-0.
Who? Manatee or Dade?
Yes, we got 2 different mics here. So,
The winner of this ball game will play the winner of the game going on at Field 8. Currently, Manatee leads Miami-Dade 1-0.
And we're back to the action, folks. It'll be Taylor Luther leading off, the designated player. She has flown out to the second baseman both times, once right at second base and once into short center field. So Luther coming in, a very good hitter, 398 on the year. 39 RBIs, 5 home runs, third best on the team. 0 for 2 today. And she takes a drop ball, strike 1. And pitch number 2 is a tapper, fielded by the pitcher, takes her time, throws the first, out number 1. So Luther 0 for 3 so far today. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Northwest Florida leading by 4. It is 5-1. And the pitch. Oh, and that's the first inside pitch not called a strike by the umpire today. Pereira ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is ripped down the right field line, and it is going to be foul. Mariana Pereira has a double off the wall, and she scored and then reached on a bunt single back in the third. She is 2 for 2.
Say anything about a wrong substitution. You let it go to the other team.
And that one misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there is called strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes down to the left-handed swinging Pereira. Change up, and that hits her right on the knee, and they are sending her down to first base. So runner on first, 1 out. That'll bring up Beatriz Cardoza. And if you're just joining us, we'll recap the scoring here in a moment as pitch number 1 comes in, and that one is fouled to the backstop. Northwest Florida scoring 2 in the top of the first, then 2 in the top of the second, adding 1 more in the third, which brings them to their 5-run total. Palm Beach State added 1 in the last half, bottom of the 4th. And the runner looked like she was going there and decides to come back. 1 ball, 1 strike. on the hitter, Cardoza. And that one is a pop fly to the right side. First baseman says she's got it and does for out number 2. And here is Savannah Garrison. I do believe that's who's hitting in this one. Yep. Last time she was pinch hit for by Huey, she takes ball 1 outside. And that to tap her down the third baseline, it is going to go foul. So, folks, if you are just listening to listen, we've got a few good ones coming up at noon today with the winners bracket games. We will have Central Florida and Florida Southwestern right here on this field. That one is sent out of play down the left field line. So Garrison, who has had 1 at bat today, a double, an RBI, and she scored a run. And Valerie Muth looks in, and that is fouled back. Defensive swing right there. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mariana Pereira remains at first base after getting hit in the knee on a changeup. Pick off to first base, and it is in time, and she's got her. So Garrison will be up to bat when they hit again. But Pereira is picked at first. So not your typical 1-2-3 inning, but that's how it goes down, folks. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Momentum change could be in the air after that solid defensive performance. Great throw by Allie Gerard. Great tag by Jessica Onega down there at first. It'll be Callahan, then back to the top for the Panthers in the bottom half of the 5th.
In the top of the 5th for the Raiders, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 4.5, Northwest Florida 5, Palm Beach State 1.
And here is number 15, Megan Callahan. Callahan so far in her 1 at bat flew out to center field as she takes called strike 1. It is still number 20, Dharma Roseborough, out there in the circle for Northwest Florida. And the pitch misses outside, ball 1. 1-1 count now, no action in the bullpen for Northwest Florida as they're looking to keep the game where it's at, 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 5th. And that is a short pop-up. Third baseman says she's got it, comes down with it, out number 1. And now we're at the top of the lineup. Zari Emerenciana, 1 for 2. Struck out back in the 3rd, but led off the game with a bunt single. And a pitch. And number 18 watches strike 1. Outside corner, must have caught it. Only 3 at-bats left for Palm Beach, trying to get something going here. Had an excellent inning last time out as she swings and misses 0-2. They brought 7 batters to the plate back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Left them loaded. 1 big hit away from bringing this game a little bit closer. Foul ball there by Zari Emerenciana. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Could be the last time the top of the lineup comes up here with the way Roseboro is pitching. And that is sent to the second baseman who snow cones it right there. Whoa, she was playing in, had to go out for that one and just jumped for her life, made the play. And that is second baseman Paige Johnson. Take some sprinkles on that snow cone. And that'll be Kaylin Spencer coming with no one on and 2 outs. She takes high, ball 1. Roseboro looks in and delivers. That one's popped to the left side. Left fielder says she's under it, camped, and makes the play right on the line. A 1-2-3 inning for Roseboro. Good bounce back after seeing 7 batters come to the plate in the 4th. 5-1 ball game. We head to the top of the 6th.
Runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. That's 5 complete. Northwest Florida 5, Palm Beach 1. We go to the top of the 6th.
And it'll still be Valerie Muth in the circle. She's been a tough luck pitcher today. 5 runs coming across in the form of Bowers, Robinson twice, Pereira, and then Garrison. And it will be Garrison herself leading this inning off as Pereira was picked off at first in the last inning. So here is Savannah Garrison. She is 1 for 1, was removed for a pinch hitter. So she only has 1 at bat, and it was a double and an RBI. She later scored a run. That was the 4th run of the ball game. And here comes the pitch. Tap to the shortstop. Emerenciana is not going to have enough time and throws that ball away. But it's Garrison on first. Ball came right back into play off the right field fence. So single by Garrison, and she's got 2 hits today. And there's a bunch of third baseman throwing to second. What a play by Eloise over there at third base. Wow, a 5-6 put out. Garrison out at second base. And that'll put Gomez at first. 1 down, and here is Kristen Lazardi. And the pitch. That one is soft liner into center field. It'll be a base hit for Lazardi, her first of the game. She is 1 for 4. So move Gomez over to second if you're scoring at home. And here comes Tyra Bowers. Bowers has 2 hits as she takes strike 1, 2 for 3 today. She does have a single, a stolen base, a run scored, and then another single coming back in the 4th inning, and she lays down a bunt. Not going to be fair. She was stranded back at first base in the 4th. It is a 5-1 ball game. Runners on First and second, one out. Two-hole hitter, left fielder Tyra Bowers at the dish. Valerie Muth delivers, and that's a topper. And the shortstop can't handle the hot one, and it's over to second base, and they're going to call her safe as Lazardi froze thinking it was caught. Emerenciana jumped for that one. Solid effort, hit off her glove, so Lazardi froze on the line drive, and we now have bases loaded. One out. And here comes Tori Robinson, who's had herself a day, folks. There's going to be a timeout on the field. They're going to talk it over at the pitcher circle. Tori Robinson, 2 for 3, a triple, a home run, 2 runs scored. Has had an excellent day at the plate, and she is looking to blow the doors off this game right here with bases loaded and one out. It is 5-1. They would need to score 4 runs here to put Palm Beach in run rule threatening territory in the bottom half of the inning. And like I said before, folks, if you are in a tournament, you want to get on top of somebody as soon as possible and in the game as soon as possible, because the longer it goes, the crazier stuff can happen. And she hits a ground ball down the left field line. It is foul. That's why sometimes you go to these games and you see coaches who are up 7-0 in the 5th inning, bunting, trying to get that 1 run in. It's basically a 0-0 ball game. They're trying to get 1 run across in their mind. And here comes the pitch. And she sends a towering fly ball left field. It could be. We've got ourselves a grand slam, folks. Off the light pole in left center field. Oh, my goodness. Tori Robinson.
Home run, top of the 6th for the Raiders.
Wow. Forget the cycle. Tori Robinson is in a league of her own today at the plate. Oh, my goodness. Tori Robinson, folks, single-handedly trying to push her team into the next round of the losers bracket. It is 9-1. Wow. What a shot. It was a no-doubter off the bat, off the light pole in left center. Big shot right there. So Tori Robinson takes the inside pitch and just deposits it over the left center field wall. We've got ourselves a 9-1 ball game. Tough situation for Valerie Muth, the pitcher. And she comes back, ball 1 to Paige Johnson. Now, last time, a home run came off the bat of Robinson. Johnson followed it up, reaching base on an error. And she bunts. Pitcher fields it, has to go quick, and she's got her over at first for out number 2.
Second home run of the day.
A lot of RBIs today for Tori Robinson. Her first home run was a solo shot to lead off the 3rd inning. Then she tripled in a run back in the 1st. So 6 RBIs today for Tori Robinson in 3 at-bats. If you're playing fantasy NJCAA softball, I hope you have Tori Robinson in your starting lineup. And a pitch. And that one's popped up. It's going to be in play. Pitcher going over, and that will end the inning. And that was number 8 pinch hitting there. DC. So now Palm Beach has their backs up against the wall. 9-1. They need to score at least a 1 to keep the ball game going.
Grand slam home run by Troy Robinson, her second home run of the game.
Good heads up play there.
They had 4 hits, and that only expanded, and there were no errors. 5.5. So it was 4-9. Palm Beach State won. She was at the bottom of the 6th.
That brings up shortstop, number 10, Lindsay Hall, freshman.
She had an RBI with a triple, a home run, and a home run, right? A grand slam and a home run, and this one she had an RBI and a triple.
Takes a strike right there.
All right, and we're back here. It'll be hitters 3, 4, and 5 for the Panthers. They need to get a run across to keep the game going. It is Shaney Emerenciana, the shortstop, followed by Onega, and then Pericles. Pitch misses high from Roseborough. 1 ball to Emerenciana. And that pitch misses inside and up. 2-0 now. Roseborough wanting to come in and just throw strikes here. They are 3 outs away from moving on. And the pitch right there is a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one swung on, and it's going to be a foul ball off the foot of the batter, Emerenciana. She was trying to beat it out, though, but the umpire had called it dead. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the 3-hole hitter, shortstop for the Panthers. Again, they need 1 run here to keep this game going, and there's a ground ball to the pitcher. Pitcher's got time, throws it over, out number 1. Jessica Onega, the first baseman so far in this game, reached on a fielder's choice and scored the lone run so far for the Panthers. If she could get around the bases again, she'd keep the game going into the 7th. And that pitch misses low and outside, says the umpire. Ball 1. 9-1 is your score here. We'll go over the recap of how it's gotten to that point here in a moment, as that one is lifted over the first baseman's head, but foul. So Northwest Florida came out firing on all cylinders. 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and then held scoreless for the 4th and 5th, and then unload with a grand slam by Tori Robinson in the 6th. And here comes Roseborough. Ground ball. First baseman's going to field it. Flips over to the pitcher covering. Great job right there by the pitcher. Out number 2. And it is a 3-1 put out if you're scoring at home. Excellent job getting out of the circle, being an athlete. First baseman went off out of her zone to field it. And now here it looks like we might have a pinch hitter. I can't tell if that is number 7. I believe it is number 7. It is number 7. So with 2 outs here, their final out, it will be number 7.
Hitting number 7, Emily Quesada.
Emily Quesada. Pinch hitting for Stacy Pericles here with everything almost on the line, trying to keep this game going. 9-1 ball game. Anything can happen, folks. 2 outs. Roseborough trying to end it right here. And that pitch misses. It is 2 balls, no strikes to Quesada. Umpire calls time. pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one for Quesada.
2 outs. Bottom of the 5th.
We have 2 outs. We're 1 pitch away.
And there is strike number 2. 2-2 count. Looking up and down here, it does not look like Quesada has an appearance yet this year.
That's it.
And there is strike 3 looking. Roseboro gets the complete game victory. Northwest Florida wins this one 9-1. Ball game ends. And obviously the player of the game is none other than Tori Robinson, who had a 3-for-4 day, 2 home runs, including a grand slam. And if you think her last hit was a single, no, it was a triple against the wall. She had 6 RBIs, Tori Robinson, 6 RBIs. And so we move on. The next game, Northwest will play, is the winner of Manatee and Miami-Dade. Manatee was winning that game 1-0. We'll have to see how that one ended up, but Northwest Florida moves on. They will play again at 2 o'clock today against either Manatee or Miami-Dade. All right, folks, thank you for tuning in. Next game is going to be a doozy. 2 top 10 teams facing off against each other, Florida Southwestern versus Central Florida. That game at noon.